Hey guys, SuperHolo1 here. Welcome back to another video, and today we are back in my room, i.e. Dust Central, and I'm going to be giving you guys a quick update on my LEGO Mountain class, and hopefully this time it actually is quick. So I hope this is quick because there's really only one update, and as you can see, most of the engine is the same from what it was last time. So keen eye viewers may note the single difference. And that are these white wires that are just kind of chilling out all over the place. So let's get into that. So for the longest time, I've wanted to put lights in this engine. And I didn't have the time or the money to do it. And then, a little while ago, I was looking through the internet, and I was like, hey, let's see if I can find some cheaper lights. And I did, from Brick Loot. So I ordered a pair, and put them on the back. And these back studs here are actually the lights from Brick Loot. And you turn them on by opening up this little flap that you can press to turn on the battery, and then right behind it is the box that Brick Loot uses, and you can see that little white stub, and that is what you use to turn it on. So if I reach in and I press that button, the lights turn on, and they are a lot brighter on the camera than they are in person. They also look orange. They are red. They are a very clear red in person. I don't know why they look orange on the camera. So, yeah. So, I got the two, and they worked, so I'm like, alright, let's finish it up. And I got a bunch more. But before we get to that, it's story time. So this headlight is not actually the same headlight that was on the engine the last time it was on YouTube. For Christmas for 2018, my family and I went to Iowa to see some relatives. And when I came back, this headlight was a little broken. Don't know why, but it was. And I actually had to find the old file for it and print another one and repaint it and put the headlight back on and clip it on and everything like that. So, yeah. It's a different headlight, but I think it actually looks better because I kind of knew what I was doing when I was painting it. So you can see there's all these white wires that are running into the engine. They're on all the marker lights, and then the headlight's probably the most noticeable because the wires run out of the bottom. And I have a hole through the headlight, and my plan was to run the wire through that, but the wires have to come out of the bottom, or the side, because it's a circle. So I couldn't do that. So it looks a little weird, but I'm hoping to paint it the same color as the headlight so it blends in, and painting these ones black so it blends in with the rest of the area that surrounds it. But inside of the front of the boiler now, in the smoke box area technically, there's a bunch of those little boxes, and there's a lot of wires. So, lights. So I had to modify the engine slightly. So these two panels now come off. This one reveals two and a half, I guess, of the three. And then this panel, if I can get it off, because it's rather finicky and breaks, will give me full access to the third. And you can see there's an extra light in there, and you can't see all the wires that are smashed down underneath of the boxes, and I'm not going to, because getting those boxes in there is a pain, and getting all the wires down in there without breaking them is a hassle. And one of the things about these lights by Brick Loot is that the wires are incredibly thin. So you really have to be careful. And when I was putting down this bottom set of lights, one of the wires managed to snap. So, because I was being a little too rough with it. And I had to strip off the wire and tie it back around itself. Take the metal on the inside and wrap it around itself to get it to reconnect. And so I did that, And then I realized that it had also pulled slightly out of the circuitry inside of the box. So these lights will occasionally be a little bit dimmer than the ones up top because the wires aren't making full contact inside of the little box that has the battery in it, and also the wire isn't actually in one piece technically. So let's turn them on. So, top marker light, bottom marker lights, and the incredibly bright headlight for some reason on this camera. Holy crap, it is not that bright in person. It actually looks really, really good in person, and I don't know if there's any way that I can, nope. Oop. It's better. It looks kind of like that. It does not look like a freaking star on the front of this engine. It looks like I've created a small pocket of hydrogen-helium fusion on the front of my engine. That's exciting. But you can see down here the bottom lights are a little bit dimmer than the top lights because of that broken wire. But holy cow, that headlight's bright. What the heck? That's exciting. Anyway, so those are all the lights. And I'm eventually, hopefully, going to be putting one in the cab and one underneath the firebox. But I'll get there. And then there's the ones on the tender, so which I have off right now. And then you can kind of see that white glow from the other star that's inside the engine. So let's yeah, and put the panels back on. And the panels are a pain, so I'm going to do that off camera because doing that one-handed sucks. So that's it for the mountain class. However, if you recall one of the first videos I made of this, I said I wanted to make a Pennsylvania Railroad P70 passenger car, or multiple of them, for this to pull. Well, here's where that stands. This is its current state, and as you can probably tell, it is far from finished. You may also notice there are different shades of pieces. That's because these pieces are 3D printed. I have a 3D printer, and I decided that instead of buying some of the pieces, I was going to print them. So I did, and this is what happened. And for these pieces up here, I might just be buying them, because printing like 128 of those is going to take forever, and cutting them all out, I actually have... Here's one. Here's an uncut one. So this is what my camera will focus for me. This is what I'm dealing with. 128 of these. I guess 126 or something like that, because there's another one down there. So yeah, I might just be buying those pieces, unfortunately. But you can tell that this is definitely not like a final copy. It's a functioning prototype, if you couldn't tell. But I'm quite happy with how it's looking so far. I mean, there's still a lot to be done. There's still stairs that need to be done. Obviously, the roof needs to be finished. Windows need to be put in. All that. The underframe detail is actually quite good. I'm kind of proud of myself for that. And the trucks look really nice. Definitely need bearings, though. But I'll get them eventually. But overall, I'm happy with how it's going so far. And let's see if I can do this without breaking anything, because you know I built it. But yeah, so I will definitely be putting a video up when I finish this, if I finish this before I go to college, which would be impressive. But you know, I've got the summer. So there we have it. My Lego Pennsylvania Railroad M1A mountain type locomotive with lights, and it's up and coming P70 passenger car. So I hope you guys enjoyed this update. It's been a while since I posted a video, but life has been hectic, to say the least. I'm hoping to do more before I go to college, because once I'm at college, you know, I'm probably not going to be bringing this thing up. So yeah, there's going to be some some time off if there wasn't already, which there very clearly was. So, anyway, I am Suitably Hollow 1, and have a good day, or maybe good night in your case. See ya.